Mark, if you knew how many Marks were in my life.
Well, a lot. For me, it's Mike's. If you want to hang out with me, like, and your name is Mike, you like shooting pool, I'm all for it. Because it is my brother Mike, my friend Mikey Lynn, Mikey Howe. If I'm forgetting a Mike, I'm sorry.
So, where do you call your home, your childhood home?
I grew up in Roaring Spring, small kind of blue collar town, nestled amid the Alleghenies, Pennsylvania. It was a paper mill, so there was always.
I remember my dad worked there.
Yeah.
Andy's dad worked there.
Mm-hmm. A lot of dads worked there.
Yeah.
In fact, to this day, when I picture a working man, I picture Alan Deal walking to work with a lunch pail.
Do you also smell something?
I was like, that's sulfur or something. It would have been like a portal to Hades.
To hell? That's what I call Claritin. I moved to the new Roaring Spring. It's Peters Creek, but...
Well, and who's to say that there isn't more than one portal?
Oh, yeah. I mean, looking around the world, there's many.
It's a weird thing looking around the world.
So you want to keep this place on the QT because it's very unique.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Is that Dolly himself?
No, but it's.
You got to tighten up the mustache, right?
The mustache I made out of my beard. It took a while because it was like all the strays that would. So to collect that, actually, I almost had it once and then I lost it. It was like weird. I had a fucking big thing of my beard. And so then I had to start over. I made that. About 3 years later, I found the original. It was like I had it in a book, like a big book, like flattened out.
Neurosis.
I probably got 100 mental disorders at least. I don't. That might be.
That was one of mine.
Oh, okay.
I knew I started it. I just have to check.
Oh, yeah. One time I cut a hike short because I thought I left the oven on. And I couldn't relax. I couldn't hear the birds. I couldn't, look for fossils because I was so distracted with my house catching on fire that I just went back home.
So how would you describe your childhood?
I don't know. It was pretty. I mean, you had all the houses in town that heated with wood. You could smell. The smoke coming from the chimneys in the fall. The kids have to wear jackets. Sometimes they take them off because they're not worried about pneumonia quite as much as mom and dad are. There was a spring, so sometimes you go down and you'd help old people. They go out back and fill their jugs up. And sometimes they do 20 at a time. So as a kid, you learn to be kind and have purpose by helping some of these kids. You're not doing anything. You got all the energy in the world. You got a whole lifetime ahead of you. Yeah, pick up a couple jugs. Help somebody who's already endured. In some cases, way more than we ever will.
Well, I was asking more specifically, like your personal childhood. But if you prefer not to talk about that, it's.
I mean, it's personal childhood.
Personal. I got you. I got you.
I just kind of leave it all back there,
Oh. I just got recommended that from my sister over and over again when I was asking for compassion, and
she didn't have any compassion.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the forget, and I'm not going to forget. They think that I'm dwelling on it, but it's remembering is not dwelling.
Mm-hmm.
They're different. Forgetting is also a different thing, and I refuse to self amnesia myself or something because I don't think it's good to forget.
Yeah, you always picture the brain's like an attic, and so like the more stuff you collect, like the harder it is to find shit. So it's like sometimes you're looking around for something, you'll have 100 other things that you end up finding, but not what you're looking for.
Well, it's a beautiful thing, the randomness, but
unless you need something right away.
I think, me being a systemizing brain kind of person. I organize my attic, so I got a lot of shit, but I tend to know where to go to get it or hang out for a while until I bump into it.
I think one thing I've noticed is that there are a couple things that are overrated, I think, by and large, and some that are underrated. Being lost.
Oh yeah.
Like it always is like this negative kind of like, oh, you don't want to be lost.
Yeah. Lost implies it's an accident, And people have this problem with making mistakes. And if you're going to explore and do new things, you're going to make a shit ton of mistakes, and you have to embrace it and expect them.
I just think that knowing where you are sometimes is, when you're kind of feeling bad about everything, right? Sometimes you need to kind of get lost, escape, like all the insanity that's oozing, out of every television and every kitchen, and now televisions are the bathroom and the hallway. They got two in the bedroom.
Your hand. Walking down the street.
Yeah,
I'm doing it right now.
yeah. It's all over. It's all oozing. And
I don't know. I feel like what I'm doing here, now the interviews is to get out of my head and other people's heads in front of people, because people don't believe I get out of my head at all. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in a lot of people's other heads all the time. I run all kinds of simulations, which means you move over and you are different. And like, I just had Bob. Or no, Bridget. I know you know Bob. Bridget's like, you're acting so nice around Bob. I'm like, it's called masking. Of course, I'm not going to be dick like in front of Bob. It's like, but I don't, he's smoking. I mean, you smoking is one. This is your place.
I mean, Saturday, I should be done. My
I hope so, man. Lucky strikes.
Yeah, I'm feeling lucky.
Can I have one?
Sure.
I mean, I'm not going to smoke it now because I'll get sick.
Yeah, it's smoke one.
Lucky strike. You think I should?
I don't want to promote it, but
okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
I also don't want to sit here and wait for you to pull it out of your ear. Might as well just get it in you. Get whatever sick you anticipate getting. Just get it over with.
I borrowed a bum to smoke off a mortician down the street, who we have similar experiences. We both made ammunition as a chore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wayne, how'd you do that?
Oh, yeah. He died. He just died.
I did not know that.
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago. You liked Wayne, didn't you?
I didn't know Wayne.
You knew him through me.
I do. What I know is like a book jacket. It's like a cover of a cover.
I think he was just a cover. I don't think he had a self. It was really, he had a really, really weak ego. I don't know how many people could see it, because he was really good at hiding it.
Masking. That's where you learned it from the best.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. I remember whenever I found out that he was insecure, he was showing me how to paint a house. And I was doing these short strokes, and it wasn't good. You want to do these long strokes because that's efficient. And he said, hey, no, you're doing it wrong. You want to do these long strokes. And I was like, oh, okay, why? And he said, well, because whenever people look at it, they'll know that it's good. And I was like, well, you should, the reason is because that's the right way to do it, not because of how people will look at it.
Well, could there be more than one reason?
There is definitely more than one reason, but when you're asking about it, you're asking for the primary reason. And the primary reason isn't for the fucking concern of the walker-bys. It's for, is it the right way to paint the house?
It'd be interesting to have like 100 people involved in a sampling of like what they think the primary would be in a situation like that.
Oh, I know what the answer is.
Oh, you already know. So it was,
and it's the wrong answer.
So you weren't willing to budge from that.
I'm very rigid. Yes, I have this rigidity in me. Yeah.
Principled.
Principled. Yeah. I just found out that like so many people lie, and so, like I was gullible. Did you trick me at all as a kid? Because like everybody tricked me.
I'm still gullible.
You're gullible too.
I feel like I am. There are days where I just feel like I'm a sexy piece of meat just being passed around.
Nice. I mean, that sounds fun.
And I'm just gullible.
I'm sorry. I mean, that's like objectifying yourself and me saying that.
No, you're allowed to laugh, Robert.
What's that?
You're allowed to laugh at my psychological demise. Feel free. My collapse of self-worth. The devaluing of my own internal Bitcoin. However you want to put it. It's funny as shit. Laugh.
You know it's because I'm of your kind, right?
I like that. Isn't that good? Of your kind?
Yeah, yeah.
It was like you were talking about like everybody lying. It made me think of Catcher in the Rye, like with Holden Caulfield and everybody being a phony. And but it's like in that book, there's like, as far as I know, there's like one group of words and one page out of all the pages that said, I think they were singing a song maybe, Catcher in the Rye. So sometimes the title of things will kind of come up and just lay there, hoping that you'll recognize it. And Of Your Kind is kind of a neat title for something, don't you think? Like a book or a vignette, a short movie, something.
Sure.
Just
It might already exist.
You have to.
There's so much. It's like so much content now. Like whenever I was doing T-shirts, like I had to go to a website to make sure that like no one already claimed it. I made this fuck shirt. It's so good, man. It says fuck.
Okay.
And then on the back it says have a nice day.
Oh, that's not bad. That's good.
Oh, it's great. And it's weird. It's like I'm invisible. Like people will not look, but they want to look. You can see that they want to look, but they don't look because they don't. And it's not because it's because they want to punish you for like trying to get attention, and they're like, I'm not going to give you attention. That's what I believe. I mean, not everybody, but like a large portion.
There's a weird thing happened to me 7 or 8 years ago. My oldest boy and I were at a Halloween parade and down in Bedford, and it was chilly. I remember having my Old Navy pea coat on, and so that there was nothing about me that stood out, and all the attention from the parade watchers that lined the sidewalks was by design focused on the street. So what was neat was that my son was with me to observe this, but it was like everywhere we walked for, all the way down this block and the next, and then it just like all these heads just kept turning and looking at these two figures in the shadow. There was nothing that stood out about us, but it was a clear that, because I remember him making the comment before I even said anything, that everybody just kept turning their heads to look at us. And I don't know what it was, like an energy or something. Like
did you have a good beard then?
It was dark. I mean, it was probably no longer than it is right now. And I had a coat on. There was no fluorescent windbreaker that I was wearing that would have stood out. You said something that made me think of, people want to look,
yeah,
but they don't. Well, sometimes they do.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually when it's inappropriate.
Yeah. Like you were talking about the guy on the ladder looking in the window.
I was?
I don't know. Are you?
No,
oh, you're not talking about that.
No, I was talking about like looking at a father and a son for no reason.
Oh, I always thought that
yeah,
people photography would be weird because you want candid shots, but you don't want to invade somebody's.
you have to invade.
Yeah, that's kind of I guess what you.
That's what's great about interviewing homeless people because they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're already invaded. They have no privacy, so it's like.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Odd and eccentric. That's a new category.
Odd and eccentric.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about.
I'm dramatic and erratic, and odd and eccentric.
Okay.
And reclusive.
Well, you should come up.
And paranoid.
You should come up with your own psychologically damaged. No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying that this.
I did.
I
call it. It's
like
ICP.
A personality test.
No, it's called ICPTSD. That's why.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Yeah, that's good.
Individuation complex post-traumatic stress disorder, and it happens from 0 to 4.
Okay.
And this is what inspired me to do these interviews. Is do you know who Marc is from Soft White Underbelly?
No, is that like a brewery or something?
He did the photography for the iMac and the iPhone.
Okay.
And he did interviews of started on Skid Row.
Oh.
And he wanted to interview me.
On Skid Row?
Not on Skid Row, in a studio in Santa Monica.
Oh, okay.
And I had just gotten fired from a cemetery. like to mention that I just... Can I say your name? Mark. Yeah, Mark lives beside a cemetery, and I was here a little bit earlier, and I went and I looked at the stones, and there was a Hoover right there, and then a Westbrook, which was my insignificant other, my last one.
Okay. So she didn't matter much, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, she was an extension of myself at the time. I had improper boundaries, but this trauma happens whenever you're individuating from your mother, and if it doesn't happen, you have this complex. It's small traumas, and it doesn't have to be big.
Did you ever hear the stories about the killers that like saw off the feet, like sex workers, and then they trace it back to like their trauma was hiding from the mom that would
they all
would
have
punish them.
they all have ICPTSD,
and all they could see at their most scared under the bed was the mom's foot.
Yeah, it's called mastering your trauma the wrong way.
Yeah, that's pretty severe, I guess, strategy to get by.
Well, the guy that I interviewed before you, he saw his twin brother get shot and die in front of him, and he also got shot, and now he's drinking too much. So you could probably relate to that. I mean, can you?
Well, I mean, I have a twin brother.
Yeah, I mean, so...
He fell off a roof once when we were kids.
Yeah.
And my mom would always say that it was tricky having both of us. Because you have one, it's like, there's a limit to what you can do. Like, you can't hoist yourself up onto some platform that's elevated.
Oh, yeah, you actually literally have an extension of yourself.
So if there's two of you,
goodness.
So I remember one time, the way I remember it is a long time. I might have been 2, so I mean it was going back a couple years.
Yeah.
I was in a bedroom by a window, and my mom came by the hallway with a laundry basket, and she walked by, and then she kind of double taked and noticed that just me, one half of the twin set, was standing by an open window all by himself. And she kind of panicked, when she put 2 and 2 together. Here my brother, we were trying to get a matchbox off the roof. And I think we tried to get like a fishing rod. Somehow he ended up crawling out there. Toppled right off the roof. Fortunately, my dad, I don't know, is there like a less offensive way to say hoarder? Is that like...
No, I think that's fine, man.
He's a collector of stuff.
Yeah.
Usually junk. And he happened to have these old tires down, kind of, that sort of broke his fall, just enough, presumably, to spare his life.
When hoarding comes into play.
How to save your children.
Yeah.
How to break your children's fall from roof, you just have tires.
See, my father, he had me jumping off of roofs whenever I was into his hands. Where
okay. It's an odd trust game.
There was chainsaws and rappelling and a burning game, apparently.
He's trying to toughen you up. It's a tough world out there.
Well, I am a little, woo.
I hadn't noticed, Robert, but I mean, if you,
I'm 100% male, but like the gender thing is, I feel more robot than man for sure.
Yeah, there's some days where it's like, I'm trying to think of something, and all I can think to say is like, beep, beep, boop, boop, boop.
So,
I know just what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, one of a kind. Or of the same kind, right? Not one of a kind. Well, we are both one of a kind, but of the same kind. Now that's odd.
You know what I got to do? I'll get distracted if I don't. I got to find out what time it is.
Well, Mark, thank you very much for the interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope the sound works. I need better mic. But thank you very much.
Thank you.